practicing of Nidana. The very unique and profound meanings of Nidana in the Patiya Samuppada. This word have a meaning, say that they have no such a way, but it's all around can be breakthrough. This is called Patiya Samuppada. Okay, so it is no have. This is only the fixed way, and other cannot make. That is a very ego and very big consists of you have that just here and other not possible. No, here is become only this need to add into the the for what for what power? It's a spiritual power. Okay, this one is you don't add in, you don't know that power, then it not become the skill in training. So take that as a skill in training, then it become this possible. In here the gate possible, and then in here this possible. So, and then in here possible, in here possible. You see? So it means many choice. You can come to enlighten. Only maturing enough, then you will come to what we call that enlighten. I just said that when Ananda, before he lying down, so he is very strange, not in the four pocha, but like that. Before lying down, and then it is in the condition of moving, So in that between here, then he breakthrough. This is one in the very ancient time. He told by breakthrough and enlighten, or we call that fulfill to nirvana in that moment. That I use it in moment of nidana, means that condition he breakthrough. And then one is in very Chinese in the old day, he have a lot of books. Always when discussion with people, he take out the book, a lot of evidence, so the understanding. So that, but when he encountered by the experience, direct knowledge, so he feel embarrassed and he feel very depressed. So he burn all the book and go into back to agriculture. Every day just very mindful, aloneness, and so that one day he clean out the garden field, and then have one piece of rock. He just take the piece of rock, throw it. So the piece of rock hit to the bamboo stick. And beside I think it's the bamboo, like us, we have bamboo, so it take one, the throw on it. That hit to the bamboo, but the contact feel back his ear. That contact come to the mind, boom, it break through. You see? So here we can we call that, use the four, relying in the four. What?
Spiritual power.
No, relying in the four.
Renunciation.
Be up on,
cessation.
be up on into the four. And then when that up on into the four, that means that is the what we call the factor. The factor, after you use all the build up from here, concentration and inside, then you connected to the condition. That condition called factor. You know, the factor still in the mind is keep generating, you know, keep processing into that. So in that condition, it comes back to maybe feeling, maybe contact, maybe in sixth sense space, maybe in the deep inside. This is called chana base in stillness form, is in dynamic form. Any of them, it can break through. I found this very touching and make me a lot of confidence. What is called, why the Buddha said, Patiya Samuppada, means Nidana is the only condition to show can go through into cessation. You see? So don't hide here and there, in the cave, in the mountain, beside the river, everywhere possible. I don't say that is not possible. You know, that is all exterior condition. But not only that, interior condition can make interior condition. See, exterior condition, right the contact condition, right the feeling condition. See, make sense? Bring you a lot of encouragement. Yeah, so don't have to go here and there. Every part is possible.
Can you repeat the four spiritual power?
Four spiritual power. The four spiritual power is desire and the volitional formations of striving. This one need to be worked on. And then if this work already been very mature, then you come to the second. The second means energy and the volitional formations of striving, this processing. You know, so the first one is generate the second one. So the second one, or maybe this one is second one very strong. So second one will generate mind and volitional formations of striving. So this one, he is not in that. He don't need to count the energy, because his what we call the diligent and right effort always there. You see, so he is not talking there. That have no problem in his mind. So his mind is called mind. Mind means how pure the mind is. You know, how sharp the mind is. So he come to that. How stabilize his mind. So called mind and volitional formations of striving. This is third one. You see? And someone is not that. His mind may be born with, you see? He born with that calmness and steady mind and balanced mind. That only not sharp enough. Then talk about investigation. Investigation and volitional formation of striving. I don't like too much about investigation. I may say insight. I like the word insight. Or I like to say the sharpening mind. You know? Like that. I want to use that one. So investigation means you search or you contemplate in something like that. You know? But in here that we need to more than that, because it talk about the stillness and awareness together. You can break the stillness and awareness. It already become two sides. If you saw mind is stillness. But if you saw mind and investigate, means two sides become one. That is the most thing. What when you come to that, then any moment, what we call that, any condition, breakthrough. So if breakthrough, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. You know, this is called all condition. Why is here? Because this is the mind, not the exterior. See, we break the mind. This makes me so happy. So then you can go everywhere, huh? Now you can travel with me, huh? Don't hide. Hide is darkness. So after I got this message, I said, oh, I told my teacher, tomorrow you go. That is so good luck I am. Yeah, so good luck I am in this very life. I got to meet the teacher, so direct and so sharp, and then he give me what I need, and I got the message. He know that you process yourself. So he don't want me to stay in the condition. The condition is everywhere. Okay? You still not get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No such one. I see you got it.
More clear.
Okay.
I'm just going to go home and work in my garden.
Yeah. It is right way to do. You see, when people work in his garden, he have no skill. He have no goal work in the garden. So that garden not make him mature. Okay, question.
What exactly is meant by desire? Desire to do the practice right now, or what is the?
Yeah, desire means we desire is the very basic that life carry on the samsara is carried by desire. Okay, so desire it will change it into, if we want to say the word greedy or very they have another word called revulsion, RELVUSING, is it? Revulsion.
Devotion.
Huh?
S-I-O-N, repulsion? Revulsion?
Revulsion.
Revulsion, yeah.
The opposite. The opposite of desire, right?
REVULSION.
Yeah. Almost
Revulsion.
that. What does that mean?
Opposite of desire. I feel like I don't want to
I
like.
It's I don't want, or I
抵
have
抗
a little bit of a
相
ugly connotation to it. You know,
抵
you're
抗
revolted by what you're seeing or feeling.
Oh, no, not that word. And I forgot the word. The word is like greedy. They were very strong talk about greedy. So desire is almost like that. But in desire, before we contact, before we feeling, processing into here, this is called rush. You know, so this is not going to work with the desire only, but desire, energy, you know, and mind and investigation fall as a pair. We call that factors of awakening. Make sense? So you need to go 4 together, then we call that factor of awakening. If desire only, then they don't have mind and investigate, they don't have energy in, and then you cannot overcome the sensual, you cannot overcome the hindrance. You see? So the hindrance is gathering, generate, the hindrance is processing. That is the life. So the life is, they don't know to stop in this line. I call very important is this line. You cannot put your mind and desire, past this line. Past this line, then it is troublesome. This will touching into samsara. Okay? Give it, okay, when we help other people learn. This line should not be passing. If you're passing that, you don't know the Dharma. So the Dharma is like that. It's like that. Go. We call that net drive. Net drive. Reward back. Okay? It's not only one way, reward back. It's not only one way. And some yogi, they come from their past life, it's concentration. They come from their past lives of what we call that the insight. So once they come to the life, they start from here. They direct come to these two. You see? So you see some life come. He's not come to the world. He is staying, very calm, alone, and he don't feel anything because of what? Here there are lots of that for spiritual power carry on from the past. Maybe before he passed away, he already maturing in certain, before it break the 4 elements and distract, then his mind already deep into concentrate. So he born in this here, so that he can directly go to this. We call that liberation gate, the gate of liberation. So he direct come to here. So we call him Vajika Buddha.
So 师父你是说逆流？
逆转。
逆流。Because of the flow, we
yeah.
go against the current.
Yeah.
So we're not going to follow the current.
Yeah.
So you go against the current.
Yes.
Go backward.
Yeah.
No, you go against the current.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard.
Yeah, because it's the flow. That's why we go samsara, because it keep flowing. So you have to go against it to reverse
you
it.
stop the desire between craving and feeling.
Yeah, feeling
right,
and craving.
Yes.
Yeah.
How?
No.
I teach you a lot, feel your body, feel your footstep,
And
everything. Yeah.
You stop it just at the contact.
Yeah. Just feel, So you don't let your mind process it. Right now and here only one. You can learn.
So you say a lot. Don't let your mind processing.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that.
No, you don't mature enough to get that message. Still carry on processing into experience. And one day then you are more grabbing into it. Because that picture is not true. You are right now into the painting, but the picture is not formed yet.
Right.
You need to add more.
Okay.
Add more color, add more pencil. Do it.
So craving, if you're thinking craving, if you're craving to read a book, I'm going to read 10 books in 10 days or one day, if you're craving that, are you saying that you can feel the craving in your body? When you said put your foot down and feel it, so you can feel that thought craving in your body if you pay attention to it?
Yeah, this is very direct. Yeah. Very direct. And then you read a book that if you see in all the mental fabrication, or we call that perception.
Right.
You know, a lot of the perception in the mind running too. You know,
Right.
so that is when perception is being a core, then the perception run really fast. The book all is perception.
Right.
You know, maybe thousands words. You know, so that it's very complicated, makes an impact into the mind. So the mind will be increasing that formation, and then it become more excited, pop up. You're not going to clean that one. So clean that one is what? Just really pure. Okay. In 4 Satipatthana. You see, 4 Satipatthana means we use 4 Satipatthana as the base. Means they use the body and mind as a base. Then we training it into 4 posture. Sitting, lying down, walking, and standing. See? So standing and walking, standing, sitting, lying down, walking, just stillness meditation, dynamic. Okay? That is you go back to the base. See? So that is why 37 factors of awakening is really tight together into one. We call that the Mahavaga. Mahavaga means the Greek path. The Greek path. So the Greek path contains of all these factors. You know? But you don't need to use all. You don't need to use it all. You see? Means you want to pull this rope, you can pull it here, you can pull it there. Any part of it, when you touch it, you can pull it here. Then the whole piece comes. The whole piece is 37 factors. You see? Once you're going to practice it, then the mind inside will maturing. So the 37 factors, no matter how you talk, you will profoundly express it. Not only you can express it, the psychic power can express it. Conquer, want to complain me again?
I'm silent.
So, my mind is not confused like that. My mind is more open. Okay, this is today's first sermon talk to you all 5. After 40 years, I never talked it. And then I asked many of my friends and classmates too, when they talk about this, how, you know, and then how to process and keep silent. And even though in this four what you call that spiritual power too, in the book there, you don't see it. You don't see it what I talk like this. You don't see it. And then a lot of very good elder who have a lot of translation and a lot of understanding, but he still don't know how to apply it. Yeah. So this is what when I compare to the old day, I meet my teacher, I say, my teacher have the language, like my grandpa said, Kung Fu is secret. He don't tell you all. He tell you one part, you need to fulfill it. If you this step, you not walk to it. Second step is nowhere to touch him. And he just said step by step. And that is called Kung Fu. Okay. Any other question you want to ask?
Is there a reason why they use the word mind instead of concentration, the third factor?
Because mind is everything. It can become very, like the Chinese said that, lastly he said that mind. first thing he said, 成所作智 means he said that this mind need to be work and achieve, work and achieve mind. And the second one, 妙观察智 means this mind have a very sharp observation and insight here, 妙观察智. And then lastly he said, so after that you will achieve another mind called 大圆镜智 means the clear like a piece of mirror. Anything condition show in this mirror is show to his reality. You see? So that three of them is called mind. You see? So in training, mind is the only thing we can name. You see? So the mind to God, mind to human. You see? Mind to what we call the environment. Mind to science. All what you can name is mind. You see? It means the mind may be more than that in what I know. Mind is the faith. We call that 心真上学. Mind is concentration. 定真上学. Mind is the volition. So 意真上学. See? Yeah. Mind is wisdom. 慧真上学. Like that. And that is all I read the Nikaya, the connected discourses. I found what for me is I don't serious like that. They have a lot of scholars space like that. They are go to analyze and discriminate very subtle, and then just don't know how to harmony together and get yourself released. So they become word attachment. See? So word attachment guy have a lot of trouble. I see the fight in the assembly. I don't want to say much about it. I sit at the back. I just laugh when I laugh and break the embarrassed. I break the embarrassed. When I sit here, then I see that their mind later go back. No mind at all. That's the discriminate in that. The mind change it into discriminate. They lost what I said before, connected to truth. Then I see that, and I already very embarrassed. Because a student asks you, some questions, and then teacher, arguing in the explanation with him become quarreling. Exchange knowledge become quarreling. That's very embarrassed. So no one big assembly in the retreat. So no one know how to stop it. Suddenly I give my voice of laughing, big laugh, and suddenly big it's very funny. That is how I read, and I don't go to scholarly research. I just go more about what I interested. So look to the word, look to the sutra from time to time. Is try to purify your eye, see, am I missed something like that? Okay? Keep it in mind. Am I missed something? not understand something miss. No, don't let your mind miss.
No more sleep for Kongjin.
Okay? Yeah. Any other you need to ask? No? Already all understand? Then I will question you.
So, the first one, spiritual power, is the desire in volitional formation.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
here, volitional
from there.
formation.
So
This is what in the Western term I want to use one is free will.
free will,
Okay.
Yeah, free will.
desire in free will.
Free will. Only the Buddha know how to use free will.
Okay.
I don't think Westerner know how to use free will.
Okay.
Okay. This
So
is something that when I 叫 Hegel, the one who
H-E-I.
he's mentioned about free will.
Aw.
That Westerner in Chinese
Hegel?
we call him Hegel. Hegel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he is the one who found this term called free will.
It's often talked about in Christian terms,
right, yeah.
especially Southern Baptists. They
The-
talk about you have free will,
Mhm.
but you better be careful how you use it.
The whole predestination, free will debate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not so much predestination, but the
Okay. When we
concept of
talk
free will.
about free will, when we talk about free will, I want to add something very super for you guys to think about it. When the Buddha mentioned about this spiritual power, then he will say something like this. Ananda, you know what? If I want to remain my life many aeon, it is possible. This is according to the teachings still recorded in the teachings of the spiritual power in that Hatha Sutra mention about that. You know, this is a very confused and question in my day when I get this message. How long? Means aeon means how long the life can carry. You see? This called free will. This called free will. Okay? And he mentioned 2 times to Ananda. Ananda not get this message. And then he don't mention the 3rd time. If Ananda say, okay, then maybe right now we call that someone who commentary and discredit, this sutra. They say, if the 2nd time Ananda got the message, they say, please, the plus one, please remain a little bit longer. Then he don't announce his life come another 3 months. I'm going to. See? This is a message in the sutra when I read it again and come to hear what it is mean. Now I get the message. I don't share with you. I need to keep my secret.
Please, Sifu, remain just a little bit longer.
Okay, 80 years old again. 80 years old. Okay.
80 years old.
Oh,
81.
81. Okay. Now I'm 61.
62.
Yeah. Usually life come to Buddha himself 80, and my teacher right now is 92. for me, long life, okay, no problem. Long life, little bit, no problem. But something need to look it more deeply and pass to and penetrate to, not have any ignorance or doubt. This last part we need to break. So here is something that I am not cover this time because here is the what we call that from this line, headline up. This is all the what we call that stress. Without this training of majority, you cannot deal with this. Believe me, okay? This is what we call that the stress or suffer, okay? This is why we need to go there and then leave our mind there, leave our energy all there, and so concentrate and then so energy to bring it success is because here this part is very, very difficult to deal. I have a lot of confidence here, need to deal with this because of I see by my eye, you see too, you see by your eye too, how difficulty when from time to time that it just destruct your confidence and that the what you call that, you come to disappoint, you come to a lot of things what we need to name, means all the stress is from here, that you know how to handle, the mind to know how to handle in this side, okay? So this is a problem. If we do not succeed that, it's bad, cannot be clear in your mind. You're still involved, okay? This is something that I want to say very clear to you.
There's mentioning about here, from here to here, coming, I don't know how to say that in English, right? When we come back, then, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So, is that because yesterday you mentioned before it rise up, both of them are kind of rising up, consciousness is rising up, discrimination, and the volition is rising up, the volition active. That's why they're kind of the same, because something's rising up in both of them, or I'm not understanding.
Oh, okay. I will tell you a little bit clear. Military training and other religious training and I think only I see is the Dharma training is locked into this name and form of breaking. And other of the worldly beings of human, no matter what you talk about religious practice and anything other than that, it's go to these two. They're locked into these two. You see? They never see the brick one is here connected. Yeah. So mostly you know what, okay, that the army, the army, no army. Mummy. the body already dead. They don't destruct, like Orthodox practice. And so that after he passed away, he still remain the shape there, and then the nails still growing. All this still growing, but they are keeping the, that is here. That is here. So we call that everlasting, they call that forever, the only, what we say that here, there, that's all here. And give this original, the whole his idea. See? But he don't see this conscious is locked in the attachment of form or name. You see? what he said, he know the truth, is only a form or a name of his mind attachment to everlasting. See?
I understand the words, but I don't understand.
You don't understand it. But if not get into the, we don't have such thing called, what is the name bring to? That is called, in Buddhism we have nature. We talk about nature. You need to touch to nature first. The first nature you touch to nature is impermanent is the only permanent. You know, that means changing is the only solution of things. You see, when you want to say a thing, a name, but once you bring out that already into the changing. You see, that is all. In the bottom line of the changing, we in Buddhism we use one word called cessation. You know, it's not ceasing. You know, ceasing may be rising again. We use the word ceases, means after ceasing, no matter how you still carry on observe, carry on in investigation, they have no rising anymore. You see? Then we name it connected to non-self, connected to emptiness. You see? So emptiness and non-self is not a thing, it's not a perception. See? So it break to here means you cannot count it like this. It's not in there. This becomes very supreme to me. You see? No such word can put it into description. Totally silent. Totally serenity. So this is what I see, you know, in the old day that, you know, they lock into here. Because thinking mind only can lock in here. Concentrate mind can pull back into here. Okay? This is the one mind of no change. So you pull back to here. Make sense?
Yes.
Very profound. This, keep this all in your whole life. If you want to think, you think it here. You don't think out of this picture. Okay? Last night, before I wake up, my preceptor come into my dream. He's really short. He come to my dream. Oh, you know what? I have backache. He said, I have backache. He said, what? Let me help you massage a little bit. Oh, why don't you do your own qigong? Let me help you massage a little bit. They said, why you don't do your own qigong? He said, you do your qigong. And I come back. Oh, I am in the qigong. I'm in the qigong. And then in this qigong, just a little bit out of my connected to my, and you know, my preceptor. Very funny. See? This is called conscious. Yeah. You see? When the labeling and talking mind come, it's just, you know, in this circle. You see how this name and form and consciousness come to being. Yeah. Once you aware something, it's starting turning. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And not much I have my mind connected to my preceptor. My preceptor in my memory, he couldn't go away. Alright, I think enough today. So this is very precise as what I come to many years of investigation and very precise of the skill of training already help you guys to make understanding about how to use this four foundation of mindfulness, four right effort into four spiritual power connected to the line of the calling. I hope you that can drop everything off if it's not make too much skill and process in your life. You can directly go to the practice like that. This make you more shortcut into the experience. We call that